The Poseidon is finally available in Infinite Galaxy, but the way that you get it is sort of interesting. Stick around in this video for everything you need to know about the changes to the Syracuse Lucky Wheel. Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in this video, sponsored by the makers of Infinite Galaxy, we're going to spin the Syracuse Lucky Wheel. But when I went to go and do that, I noticed something rather curious. There is a new currency that you can only refresh with Corium 3 times a day. The rest you need to go and purchase. Now, do these bundles reset daily? It does look like that might be the case. So this is certainly an interesting twist. I already purchased one of the bundles that's available to try to get this particular flagship unlocked. And I want to start by doing that to see if later then I can use Federation Advanced credits to go in and make more progress. In fact, I think I can. Wow. So perhaps this is a flagship that you pay to unlock, and then from there, the progression is kind of up to you if you're going to use your advanced credits. So let's go now. We're going to skip the animation. I know I generally like the animation. We're going to skip the animation and see what we get here. Free 3 spot of the flagship blueprints. Now that's interesting. They've got 3, 5, and 10. So the distribution of things on this wheel is a little bit different. We've got the resource markers here that are all about the same. We do still have building speed ups. Okay, well, I guess the main thing that's changed on this wheel is that instead of like a 1 spot, and a 20 spot or something like that, or I guess it was 4, 4, 20. I don't know. They've got like 3, 5, and 10 for the blueprints. Anyways, let's give this a spin 5 times. We get 5 of the flagship blueprints. I need 50 to unlock this sucker, which means I certainly need to do some amount of bundles. Let's crack that sucker again. Boom, and woo! 5, 5, 5 on, is that, wait, no, 3, 5, 5, whatever, close enough. 13, lucky 13 blueprints, the nickel, steel, and the energy cores, and the tiered rewards are very similar to sort of what we're used to here. You get a bunch of these along the way. 10 spins gets you 25, and 25 gets you 30 more. So certainly you're guaranteed to get the unlock within the 30 spins, or I guess the 25 spins. There we go. I mean, I probably have the unlock already now. That's another 13 blueprints? Yeah. Okay. And then titanium steel and nickel steel. I mean, this wheel is good stuff. So if I make my way over here, I can build this sucker. Let's freaking go. I'm going to start the building. I don't think I need to speed it up, but if I did speed it up, I have to use universals. If only I could use a building speed up. That would have been pretty cool. All right, well, we got 1 hour till that thing cooks up. And then, I mean, I assume that I can get it from here, but since we're just making this video, why don't I speed it up in the name of science? Okay, in the name of science. We use a 1 hour speed up. The Poseidon is now under our control. We've got access to one of these really badass flagships for battling other players, not gonna lie. And, well, let's see. Can I use Federation Advanced credits to get some progress? Ooh, a set sail bundle. I probably am going to pick that up, to be perfectly honest. I probably will get that. $10 for 3,000 Federation Advanced credits plus the experience. I mean, that seems pretty reasonable, but let's go here, blueprints, and there it is. So once you get the unlock, you can do this. There was a bundle that popped up right when the wheel showed up. It was like $5 or $10. That's all it took to get the unlock. That to me feels fairly reasonable in the grand scheme of things, but let me go buy some of these bundles, gain access to a bunch of spins on the wheel, and then let's go spin a bit, shall we? So it looks like these are about $5 for 5 spins. In fact, $1 per spin. Now, how is that value overall? I mean, they rate it at about 1,809% for each of these bundles. That's how they've tuned it. There's resource chests in here, which I don't know. I mean, let's just buy the $30 bundle real quick and take some spins and see. In fact, I flipped the table and I just bought all the bundles because, well, content. So let's give this a shot. I've got 80 chances buying all the bundles, which means I'm a little bit over on my chances. I'm going to have to manage that a little bit better. It's 80 chances per day. The bundles get you 80, but there was some other bundle that popped up at the start of this that gave me more chances. So I also do want to use my Corium, which I haven't done. And I'm not going to buy all the bundles every day. That's not a thing. But for this video, I wanted to, take some spins here and do the thing, So there's 5 flagship blueprints. We've got 2 titanium steel spots, plasma and shipbuilding, solid. Then crack it again. We've got a 5 spot on blueprints, the legendary outfitting crate, shipbuilding speedups, and deuterium. Then we crack this open, which is giving us more of those blueprints. There's 30 of them. I'll take it. Crack this again. Boom. That's 5 blueprints, twice on titanium steel, then deuterium, and the cores. And I do feel like, obviously, if you have to buy the bundle to make your progression here, that you'd want to get all the way up to a specific tier and then stop. So there's another 15 of the blueprints, the nickel steel, and shipbuilding. The other thing that I'll generally say is that I really liked how before you could use corium for this. Now I'm honestly and genuinely uncertain of what to do with my corium. There's the nickel steel, by the way. Happy to get that along with the 20 frags there. That's pretty sweet. You remember when I said originally that, like, I'd be in it for the resources right up until I was in it for the blueprints? I still need resources, but now when I see blueprints, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I need. That's what I need. The earlier times I did the wheel, I really, really was desperate for resources. And now I've just sort of given up the idea that I will rapidly advance my command center. I'm just like, yeah, I'll get there when I get there. I don't know, but let me get some flagships. I knew that would change. So here's a bunch of blueprints. That's 16, and then shipbuilding speeds. And then along the way here, I get this tiered reward, which is pretty solid. That's another 40 blueprints. Let's crack this again. That is another 13 blueprints, plasma crate, titanium steel crate. Crack it again. And hey, that's 20 of the Poseidon, then titanium steel, and the crew training course. And I think, the biggest problem of having a low upgrade level on a flagship is you don't have all the outfitting slots unlocked yet. So anyways, another 15 blueprints and then a bunch of building speed ups, which is whatever. There's another 10 blueprints, plasma, nickel, and oh my god, this is so good. And the outfitting crate is fantastic. Spin it again. 3 times the nickel steel, some deuterium, and 5 blueprints for the flagship. Oh, that is freaking amazing. Then we crack this open. 50 more Poseidon blueprints, some resource chests. We crack this sucker again. 5 Poseidon, nickel, deuterium, flagship high energy cores, and then the building speed ups. And oh yeah, we can't do it. We're out of attempts here. I could do the attempts one at a time. There's no reason not to. I may as well get my 80 attempts in for the day. There's a high energy core. There is a true training course. And by the way this used to work is that for corium, you'd get a discount for doing a 5-spot spin. So they're definitely changing that up. There's a Poseidon, and there is 5 more Poseidon. So we've done our full 80. I've got 19 left over for tomorrow. And when I go in and I see, okay, I spent, what was it, like almost $100 to do all of those spins, maybe a little more. What do I get out of the deal? I've got a Poseidon here with 278 of the blueprints above and beyond what it took to unlock the sucker. So the modification level should go up pretty freaking quickly. Obviously not to the point where I'm going to start using it, but there's the first upgrade tier. And then we're going to go to rank 2-1, then 2-2, and we're on our way to rank 3 now. There we go. And at rank 3, we're unlocking more skills, but still don't even have the outfitting slots. And that's the big issue here. Without the outfitting slots, I don't know. At this point, it's how can you use this flagship without outfitting slots? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing you have to upgrade a flagship to get the outfitting slots. I'm just saying it's going to be a while before I can put this Poseidon into the rotation. Now, I will say, and maybe this is a topic for a separate video, the changes that they made to the way that warship attack boost worked on the primary skill of flagships is kind of an amazing thing. I'm very happy with the way that those changes are going and have gone. So there's a lot more flexibility with what you can do with a flagship. And the Poseidon itself, I've talked about in a separate video. I'll put a card up in the top. That's why I think it's such an amazing, amazing flagship. But just to review, it's doing missile typing for its damage. It's boosting all damage types, though, for warships, which is amazing. Every flagship now does total warship attack on this active or primary skill there, which is really fantastic. It also increases your health, warship hit points specifically, not flagship hit points, but warship hit points, upwards of 75.6%. The next skill is giving you armor and shields. Okay, so we got health, we got armor, we got shields. This thing's got a lot. And in fact, it's got it all. When you're battling another player, you get 88.2% attack and shield. So even more attack and shields as well. Some punch, some defense. And the final skill is when the total hit points is higher than 70%. So to me, this says you'd put it with something very tanky. But when you're above 70%, you get 302% armor boost. My God. So the goal with this flagship is to pair with something that doesn't have tankiness, like, say, cruisers, the Cyclops, right? Doesn't have a ton of tankiness. Pair with that. And then you've got like a very tanky configuration running that will make it so that your cruisers can last a really long time. In a similar way to like the fact that frigates are so tanky, it's unlikely that they're going to be the first thing to die in a big brawl, you know? It's more likely to be one of the other ship types, and then that starts to beat up on the type that it counters. So if we look at the Poseidon's Awakening skill here, this gives your fleet over 6 seconds an armor boost of another 116%. I mean, the Poseidon brings some amazing tankiness so that whatever type of, warship you've got isn't going to get knocked out. And then, you're going to be sort of vulnerable to the enemy because now they can start to do counter typing, which is definitely a big deal, okay? So I like the Poseidon. I think it's very solid. I would aspire to use it in the long term. Would I put it with an Artemis? Like Poseidon and Artemis together is just insane. I feel pretty happy, though, about Orion with Artemis. I've got a Cyclops, and I might pair with the Cyclops, to be honest. Cyclops is giving me attack. It's giving me a boost against frigates, cruiser attack and hit points, giving me some more warship attack when you are above 70%. Okay? And that is a prime example of why those two flagships would do so well together. The Cyclops paired with the Poseidon. Because if you pair those two together, you're going to make it so that this flagship stays above 70% for longer because the other flagship has so much tankiness that it's bringing the party. I think that seems like a really solid choice. And I probably would pair the Hephaestus with the Hades. That to me seems like a thing I'm going to go and do. But you know what? I've gone way off the deep end into pairings here. Oh, souped up flagship bundle. Hello, man. Bundles on bundles on bundles today. Wow. Yeah, I'll probably pick this up too. If you enjoyed this video, throw a like on here and consider subscribing. I'm trying to work on a bunch of flagships so that I can showcase them to you. So you're not going to want to miss that. And until next time, you have fun smashing your nebula, and good luck in the wheel. I mean, I think Poseidon is a really solid flagship, worthy of unlock from the Syracuse Lucky Wheel.